Hello friends, welcome to U Academy. Today I have brought you the new part of economics. In this lecture, I will discuss about the part of economics that are different types of goods and macroeconomics as well as microeconomics. ठीक है? And before starting this video, I would like to request all of you that if you have not subscribed to my channel yet, please subscribe my channel and like my video as well as share to all over your friends. And if you want to join my Facebook page, then you can join by the link in the description box, that is www.facebook.com/uacademy22. So let's start our the video in which we will discuss about the different parts of economics as well as different types of goods which comes under these types of economics. So let's start it. Here is the first part, which is known as the macroeconomics. Macro and micro, these are the two parts of the economics. So first of all, we will discuss here what is macroeconomics. So in macroeconomics, it basically deals with the end consumers or the users, and it also satisfies their need on the direct basis. So which types of goods mainly comes under the macroeconomics and what are their needs. So here the final goods which have been produced once and that cannot be again reproduced or recycled or comes under this type of economics, and these goods are used for the final consumptions, such as we all drink tea or coffee. So the packet of that tea leaves and the coffee are the final goods, because that produced good cannot be reproduced or recycled by the company which have manufactured it. It can only be transformed or used by the consumer only. Okay, so first point, final goods used for the final consumption of the customer. Okay, used by the end consumers. As I said that these types of goods are directly used by the consumers, so it satisfies the customers want directly. Okay, customers want directly. So the next point is, it is known as final goods. Then why it is known as the final goods? Because once it has been sold, it passes out the active economic flow. Yes, if the company has produced some goods and once it is sold out, then it will be the part of the economic flow, that is known as the final goods. Okay, next point is, no further transformation is made by the any producer. As I already told you that those goods which have been once produced by the manufacturer, then that cannot be reproduced or recycled by that person. It can be used in further manners by the consumer, but not by the producer. Okay, and next point, may undergo transformation process by the purchaser, but that is not come under the economic activity as it doesn't yield anything. Yes, as I said that those goods can be reproduced by the consumer, but that reproduction will not be the part of the economic activity. That's why it is known as the final goods. And for example, tea leaves used at home to make drinkable tea, milk, etc. Yes, as I said, tea tea packet is once sold, then that company cannot be able to reproduce it. Okay. Next type of good is the consumption good. As its name suggests, it is consumed by the particular type of consumers. So consumed by the ultimate consumers. Okay, and it is non-durable. And why it is non-durable? Because it is perishable in nature. That is food, clothing, etc. If the company has produced any type of clothes or have cooked any type of food, then it will be used by the particular type of consumers. Then it is non durable and it comes under the consumption goods. Okay, but it is the consumer durable. Why? Because if we produce car, furniture, television, okay, the consumer can buy them and he can use them further in many aspects, but the company cannot use them further in many ways. Okay, so that is comes under the consumption goods. Next is capital goods. Then what is the capital goods? These are the main and heavy goods which are basically used by any organization or the company for the further processes, such that machines and implementation tools, etc. For example, printer. If suppose a shopkeeper or a company buys a printer, then he is able to make printouts and scan or photocopy from that. So that is capital goods. Okay, and the next point is make the production of other commodity feasible. Yes, as I have already said, with the use of machines, implementation tools that the person can reproduce or use in the way of commodity. Okay, and it is durable in nature. Yes. Okay, so next point is intermediate goods. It is most important good. Intermediate goods play the mediator between the one product and the another product. So if we consider about its definition, that then we will say that goods that are used for the further production, those goods which are used for the further production are called intermediate goods, also called inputs or raw material. You can also for example, the parts of any automobile or cars or bikes, then that part can be reused or can play the important part in the further most production of the that particular car or bike or automobile. Okay, so it is further goes into transformation process. Okay, next step, it adds earning in the active economic activity. Yes, once it is produced, then it will be sold out to the next party, and then next party will use these goods and make their another production, and they will again sell. So there will be a chain process, 1 2 3 furthermore that will be used. So it is a part of economic activity or economic flow. Then we can say that tea leaves used by the restaurant to make drinkable tea. Yes, it is a very simple example. If a restaurant owner buys a packet of tea or coffee, and it is reproducing it in the form of drinkable tea or coffee, then it is also a part of economic flow or the economic the activity, then this will comes under the intermediate good. But if that packet of tea or coffee is bought by a house person, then it will only comes under the final goods, as that home person will not be able to reproduce the economy or the economic flow. So that is the main difference between the intermediate good and the final good. So therefore types of goods is not depending on the nature of goods, but it depends on the economic nature of its use. As I said, if any type of good is the part of the next production and the next economic flow or the economic activity, then it comes under the intermediate goods. Okay, next point is goods used for the production of other goods, as I already said. Okay, next point is goods used by the producers as a material input. These 2 points are the same. Okay, next is the plants, machineries, factories. Yes, machines are once bought and be fixed or planted on their area, and then they started the production of another goods. Then these are also known as the intermediate goods. For example, the cotton yarn used to make clothes. Yes, the cotton yarn are bought from the one market, and then it is used for the production of clothes, and then those clothes are again sold out to the next consumer. Then it is the part of economic flow, so it comes under the intermediate goods. And wood used for to make furniture. Yes, that is also okay. Next is the microeconomics. Microeconomics is little bit interesting because it contains the inferior goods. And the first question arises here: what is the mean of inferior goods? Then inferior goods are those goods whose demand decreases as income increases. It means if the income of any person increases, then those goods will be lesser, because these are used basically by the middle class or the lower class person. Okay, it is used only to fulfill their needs, but if their income increases, they will go further for the costly ones. Okay, and the next point is the increase in income causes a fall in demand. Yes, as I already mentioned. Okay, next for example, when income of an individual increases, spends less on cheap clothes. Yes, as I said, these goods are used for the fulfillment of the people, and these are much cheaper than the costly ones. But if income increases, then he will maintain his standard and he will buy much costly clothes as comparison to the cheaper ones. Okay, and potatoes, baked beans, these are the further examples. Okay, next is superior goods or normal goods. Normal goods are those goods whose demand increases as income. That means these goods are much necessary for not much necessary, but these are directly proportional to the income. If the income of any person increases, then the demand of these type of goods will also increase. Okay, so increase in income cause the increase in demands. Okay, it is directly proportional to demand. ठीक है, income is directly proportional to demand. ठीक है, and this is much expensive because when the income of any person increases, then it will expense much as comparison to the past. Okay, and for the example, the vacation trips, yes, if someone has much money, then he or she will prefer to spend their vacation on the foreign tours or in another cities or another countries. Then there will be a lot of expense, but it is widely dependent on the income of that person. Okay, next is luxury goods. Luxury goods are those goods whose demand increases more than proportionally as income increases. Luxury goods are those goods whose demand will increase much higher when those income will be increases. So the these types of goods has good qualities, durabilities, and remarkably superior in nature. Okay, and for example, gold ornaments, yes, if someone has money, he will buy gold ornaments. So these are the luxurious ones. Okay, next is the prestige goods. So goods which give high prestige, status, and value. These goods are limited in nature. So these goods are less in amounts but widely used to maintain their social status or high prestige or the value. Then these types of goods are known as the prestige goods. For example, antique collections, yes, okay, antique collections like the famous paintings or something, no? Okay, next is giffen goods. Giffen goods are important as it most of the times are coming in the examination, and these are very much simple. Suppose if the price of wheat increases, then the price of flour will also increase. Okay, so it increases in price causes the increases in demand. Yes, if the price is high, then the demand is high also. Okay, for example, wheat. Okay, salt, these are the goods. Okay, next है complementary goods. So goods which are used together. So for example, pencil and sharpener, yes, these are the complementary, and these have to be used with together. Okay, next is substitute goods. So goods which can used in place of another. Yes, Pepsi and Coke, very simple. Pepsi, Coke, Dew, Mirinda, that can be the most substitute goods which can be used by the consumer according to their preference. So these are the some types of goods which comes under the microeconomics, and in this video I have discussed about macroeconomics and microeconomics. So if you like my video, please hit like button, and if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe it and share it with your friends. And if you any kind of doubts or any type of suggestion for me, please feel free to comment. And also, if you want to join my Facebook page for regular update of videos, then you can join it by the link www.facebook.com/ViewAcademy22. Okay, so this is the end of this video. We will meet you in next video. Till then, bye bye and have a nice day.